YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, TKK. We are back with another video, guys. Listen, we're in the same exact day, and I got to talk to you guys about this, man. So, man, listen, today's kind of a sad day, man. So we just gonna have a moment of silence for the 2019 LG C9 OLED. See you guys in 1 second right after this intro. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are having a great day, man. I'm having a pretty fantastic one myself. Guys, this is the 2019 LG C9 OLED. This is in 65 class. This is, in my opinion, seriously, like no joke, this is probably the best TV of all time. It's just such an innovative piece of technology. Definitely showing you that an old dog can learn new tricks, right? Personally, I got tired of the OLEDs for a minute from LG just because it seemed as if they just were not catering to the gamers. Well, man, they partnered up with NVIDIA. They got this thing certified to be G-Sync Ultimate, which means that the variable refresh rate technology of G-Sync officially is supported with this thing. It works at a lower frequency starting than a lot of other compatible panels. The input latency is so low on this thing. First OLED to give you HDMI 2.1, 4 full ports. This thing was just fantastic. So if you got one, definitely hold on to it near and dear. This is the second portion of my content talking to you guys about, the whole experience with a warranty and the process and such. So if you didn't see the previous video, here's a card. Go ahead and check it out. Some great information I think I gave you on it, what you should expect and so forth. So we got some results on this. This TV has a panel that needs to be replaced. I had a company come out earlier today. We're still in the same day of shooting the video from yesterday. And so they determined that the panel needed to be replaced. That was a thing, like already once they had seen the TV. What we did was we had a white static image on the TV. You were able to see some screen burn. If you haven't seen my 12,000 and 13,000 hours, those videos actually show the content really well, okay? We also turned it to red. Once we turned it to red, the gentleman that was assisting me, he was able to see it like clear as day. He took some photographs and he was like, well, what happened was whoever created a work order said that it was a different TV that needed to be serviced. So he was like, well, he needs to get the right information in, because if they do any work on it and they build the other manufacturer, then it's going to be a big problem. And I was like, okay, it's cool. I'm a patient person. Like, I'm super patient with things like this. So he told me he would get back with me. I'm driving out. It's raining. You know what I'm saying? Went to get braided, whatever. He called me back and he's like, hey, man, look, we have processed the part that was needed, which was the panel. And it looks like it's going to be, I'm going to use the term too much money, right? And he said, well, we got an exchange for you. So here's the information you need. And boom, I was like, well, it's raining. I'm out driving. Can you just text that to me? He texted to me. I called who I needed to call. Got it taken care of. Now, this is where it gets extremely interesting. I need you guys to listen at this point. So the process for me was I contacted the company I bought the TV from, and we had a conversation, and it was a gentleman that helped me was extremely helpful, very understanding. This TV was put in a position where I had a couple of different options I had to consider. I could either go after whatever was comparable, was pretty much how it was summed up to me. It was comparable technology. This term is very important. Now, one thing you guys have to be conscious of when you think about comparable technology, there's collectively 3 categories that will put you in a position to consider what comparable technology is, okay? The first one is going to be resolution. It might be 4. First is resolution, okay? Most TVs of this class are going to be 4K. You don't see a lot of 1080p TVs that are 65, 75, 85 class, etc. The second is going to be the panel technology. This is an OLED, okay? So you have LED, which is not to be confused with mini LED or full array LED. Like LED is LED, that's a panel type. OLED is a panel type, and quantum.OLED is now a new category, right? So you have 3 different panel types that you have to consider. Plasma no longer exists. You also have refresh rate, right? Like the native refresh rate of the TV is another category that you have to be conscious of when you're buying your TV and when you're considering doing like whatever is comparable technology. So this being an OLED opens me up pretty much to whatever is relevant of today. This being a TV of 2019, most companies are going to say, hey, the 3-tier down of 2022 is going to be comparable to this. And that's what they tried to do. They tried to get me into an LG A1. And I'm like, hold on, bruh. The A1 is 60 hertz. This is 120 hertz natively. Dude was real cool. He was like, you know what? You're right, man. He was like, cool. Let me look at something. Da, 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 da. You know, punched in some numbers. The C2 is what I felt would have been comparable. But keeping in mind, the C2 is classified as an Evo panel. So again, the panel type goes even a little bit further, right? When you're thinking about OLED, you got OLED, you got Evo. So you got to be conscious of that. This is not an Evo. The C2 is an Evo. So the C1 is how we got to the reason that you're seeing the title as what it is, right? The C1 currently is priced at $1,600. That's the value I got for this, right? So in my opinion, that's a win. That's a total win. The next step was this. This TV gets recycled. My reasoning for calling on this, now keeping in mind, guys, I've been sharing the videos of 12,000 and 13,000 hours with you guys months ago. This puts us in a position where I've been using this panel and I've been knowing that it's been having some issues. So the biggest thing is I know that it's time for this thing to get removed. If it can get repaired, cool. Repair it so I can keep using the TV because I had a couple more years worth of a warranty on the TV. They junked it out. They said they were going to recycle it. Let me keep my TV because it's not broken. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I had to replace my battery. That's on me. But I'm happy because I wanted to get the panel replaced. It was not able to get replaced. And so $1,600 is cool. So, you know, I have a C1. I have it in 77 class. I don't need a 65 class C1. So, hey, cut me a check, so to speak, for $1,600. I've already got that. So the cool thing is I'll be able to essentially apply that to my Alpha 95 King, which that's a $4,000 panel. So you do the math and you see where we're at, man. It's a great thing. So really what I want to say to you guys is, like, I'm not trying to tell you that you need to buy the most expensive technology. I will tell you, however, with this experience, one thing I want you to take away from it is keeping in mind, if you do venture off into a new technology type, that's totally cool. The quantum dot OLEDs are in a league of their own. So that makes me feel really, really good knowing that, you know, at the end of the day, I'll be in a position where, you know, I'll essentially, if my Sony Alpha 95K goes out or my S95B goes out, it's going to be replaced with a quantum dot. I won't be going down to a traditional white OLED. I won't be going to a LED. That's not comparable technology. So knowing that either I'm going to get my dollar amount or comparable technology is a really good thing. So as those panels continue to grow, if you have any issues, it's cool. You know, like I said, inspect what you inspect. I said that a lot in the previous video yesterday that I posted and uploaded. You know, you can, it's okay to use your TV. Like, the TV's perfect. This TV's still going to get utilized. I'm going to be 100% with you. It's just not going to be in here. I'm going to get the Alpha 95 King set up right here where it needs to be. And we're going to keep it moving. So within this video, in the next transition, I'm going to show you guys the swap out of this guy with the A95K. All right, guys, we're going to conclude this thing up. Listen, hopefully, you know, I was able to articulate my points. Really, I'm just trying to assist you guys in real time. Like I said, we got all the TVs out for 2022, so we can kill the hype. You know, there's still more comparisons and things of that sort that we can be doing. But I really want to, you know, I want to develop my channel as a way to really talk to you guys and try to help you in a realistic manner. So meet my 65 class Alpha 95 King that I did not pay $4,000 for. So this is really the critical piece here. This is the upgrade from my LG C9 OLED. That was my intention. My intention was not to replace this or to put this in a place to get rid of my 77 C1. I actually will make some content talking about going back to that TV after using this for 2.5, almost 3 weeks. I love this TV. It's great. And in this room, I do have some natural light. with this TV now, I'll be able to open the blinds a little bit if I want to, and I'll still get an amazing picture. So this is totally an upgrade. And, you know, because I invested in the warranty that I got, and unfortunately, you know, the C9 has some screen burn. Still, it can be used, but I got a nice chunk of money back because of a comparable SKU, and I was able to apply that to this TV, which makes this TV much more affordable. So shall I compare this at $2,400 to the S95B at $2,000? I don't know. Which one would you take? Would you take this one or that? But listen, guys, I had a great bit of fun making this. I got some more content to shoot. As soon as I'm done here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my audio setup going. I told you guys that the audio video was going to be today. It's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and get that content created. Catch you on the next one. Peace. God bless. Max love.